wherever you are. It's really a privilege to be with you this evening. Couple of times I have joined some of your trainings, especially the spotlight and this very one. And it's exciting to be more on the spotlight today, as well as going to be a daring leader to you. So I'm really humbled and quite excited to be invited to speak to you all today. Um, I know you will want to hear my story. Yes. Um, I've already been introduced as working in the mines. Yes. But you might be wondering what someone in the mines will be doing in a business as this. Well, you let me share my slides and we can talk more. There we go. All right. Beautiful. So I was introduced appropriately, yes, but I am Sammy. Most people think Sammy is the simplest form for Samuel. Well, I had that experience. Let me share that with you before we proceed further. My dad named me after himself, so I'm Sammy Godwin Inkum Jr. And why Sammy and not Samuel? I got a bit confused whilst I was growing up myself. So don't worry if you get confused. Um, I remember while I was growing up in school, people kept wondering. So I decided to change it to Samuel. So I kept calling myself Samuel Godwin Inkum. I have even certificate from junior high and high school, all bearing Samuel Godwin Inkum Jr. Then I started my working life, and along the line, my medical doctor, during one consultation, asked me, Inkum, you are junior, right? What if you give birth, you get married and give birth to a son? Is he also going to be junior? That really got me thinking. So I decided to take the junior also off. So you see, I've made two changes. I've changed the Sammy to Samuel, and I have changed the junior, taking it off completely. Well, I didn't have any challenges, so I kept working. And then a couple of years down my working life, I went to the bank to do a withdrawal. I had been using, ATMs and Visa cards and those things. So I hardly go to the bank. But this time I went to the bank to do a transaction. I needed to show an ID card, and I had my driver's license with me. My driver's license bears Sammy Godwin Inkum Jr. The bank had on their documents Samuel Godwin Inkum. And so they said, sorry, but sir, we can't help you because your card and the details on our banking systems are very different. So there it hit me. In life, we tend to follow people a lot. When someone says, this is right, no, go this way. Well, we want to satisfy the people around us. And so we tend to agree and we follow suit. But this almost cost me. And I realized you don't always have to follow people. Do what you know is right, and you will be in the right position. So I had to change everything. I got all my documentations changed back to the original name, Sammy Godwin Inkum Jr. Well, my son doesn't bear a junior because he didn't take that same name, so I'm free for that. So that's a life lesson. All right. What about my AIM Global journey? Well, I still work in the mining sector. I've been in the mining industry for 18 years. I've risen through the ranks, and it's been great. I have had a lot of achievements during that working experience or working life. But something got me to really take a look at AIM Global in the year 2019, sometime in September. As you can see on the screen, my team's name is the Indomitables family, and we do not want anything to, come between us and our dreams, and that is why we chose that name. Let me share with you a bit of my working life. You can see me in my working gear here, and that's mostly in the mine. So we work on these heavy equipment. It is life-threatening, I tell you, frankly. Most of the people I work with sacrifice a lot, leaving their families behind, traveling distances, and working 12 hours in a day. If you're looking at even the time we spend at work, they mostly spend between 14 hours because you have to get up very early in order to join a bus and get to site. And by 6 a.m., you should be on site and start work. And you close at 6 p.m. if you are on the morning shift. That's 12 hours. But you will definitely be awake an hour or two before so you can prepare and join the bus. And when you get home, you are not going to get home at 6 because you close at 6, and you'll definitely get home an hour after or so. So it's challenging for us in the mining industry. Now, working on these heavy equipment, as you can see in this photograph, also poses a lot of risks to yourself, your health, a lot of lifting, a lot of walking, a lot of climbing. And so by the time you've been in this industry for 10 years, 15 years, you realize you are aging. You have joint pains, you have rheumatic pains here and there, your vision becomes blurry, a lot of noise from these heavy equipment, and it affects all of us. I started down as a mechanic and grew up into the ranks. So as a manager now, I don't get to dirty myself so much. You can see my office, and I spend time with the guys on the field a bit, showing them, mentoring them, coaching them. But more of the office work also takes up my time. But what do I do in all this so I am able to influence people? A lot of people that have worked with me in the mining industry know me as someone who loves to mentor people. I coach. And everywhere I've worked, I have left an ink, meaning that I have impacted the lives of people. That bit about helping people was not always there, although it is with me now. It wasn't always there. Something changed my life and made me to think about being a helping hand to a lot of people. And that is my biggest why. My family is my greatest why. I have a wife, Ruby, who is on this platform tonight with me, and I have 2 kids. My daughter, Abena, and my son, Kwesi. This was back in 2012. Abena now is 13 years, and Kwesi is 11. The other photograph with the other kids, these are my nieces. That's my junior brother's 2 kids who came on a visit. Now, I have not always made the right decision for the family, and that is one of my biggest why. The next photograph I'm going to show you is a bit disturbing, but I need to tell you why I joined AIM Global and why I'm so passionate about what I do. Back in 2011, due to these wrong decisions we make in life at times, I put the life of my family in danger. And you can see myself there, where I had a lorry accident, involved in a bus crash. Why? Because, well, the family was in Accra. That is my dad, mom, siblings. And I had relocated to another part of Ghana. And once in a while, I traveled down to visit them. On this occasion, I decided to travel with the family and did not drive because my job was hectic already. We were in a bus, and just an hour after taking off, we had a fatal accident. 2 people died in that accident. I broke both arms, and I was on the sick bed for 6 months. You can see my daughter then. She was just 4 years old. No, she was, yeah, and was also impacted. My wife suffered seriously in the spine, and that got me thinking. It really did. Will I continue putting my life and the life of the people I love at risk? What can I do to transform my current condition? Well, that was in 2012. I never got answers. So I decided to stay with the family and forget traveling to visit the external families quite often. That was difficult, you know. You definitely would like to see your dad and mom, but I had to sacrifice that in order to guard my family. So one of my biggest why when I joined AIM Global was that it was an answer to this dying need of mine to have devoted time for my family, where I wouldn't have to leave the family behind and travel long distances in order to work. Currently, that's my situation because I almost every 2 weeks, I travel 6 to 7 hours to another part of the country where I work. And I spend 2 weeks there and then come down and spend 4 days in Accra with the family. There are times I stay for a month before coming down. Being away from my wife and my kids is challenging, it's difficult. Yet, that's what I find myself in. So, one main reason why I saw the AIM Global opportunity as one that can help me, it was the time freedom I can gain once I become my own boss. Another reason that has spurred me on to do more of the things I do today in this business, although I'm in it part-time, is my daughter, Abena. Now, Abena, in her childhood, when she was just about 3 years, was diagnosed with asthma. Now, can you imagine this lovely little girl, beautiful girl, going through that challenging moments? You can see her on hospital beds. And this became a norm, right, for my family. It's like every 2 weeks she has an attack and has to be on admission. At times, late in the night, we have to travel to the hospital. The sad thing is that all the hospitals around where we stayed, the neighborhood knew us because we had visited every one of them. That was very, very challenging. We struggled with this down from 2010 when she was first diagnosed until 2019. 2019, as I said earlier, was when I found AIM Global through a friend during a visit with my wife. Now, as many people do when they hear about network marketing and some of these products and all that, well, it's a family friend introducing it, so you keep quiet, listening, just not to offend. And that was exactly what I did. Why? Because I have struggled a lot of times to have a cure for my daughter. Look, I have registered for EdMark. I had registered for, what was the other one? I've forgotten even that. A lot of these network companies. Why did I join? Not for the business, but for the products. To be able to have a healing for my daughter. None of it worked. And so in 2019, during a family visit, when the friend of ours was introducing AIM Global and its products to us, telling us how it has been helpful to her and the family, I went off. I blanked my ears, although I was just listening to her. My wife was a bit attentive. Well, she really was interested. So she listened, asked questions, but I never did. Well, to please them, I agreed to sign up. And so that very day, that very evening, I transferred the amount involved in signing up for one account, a global package, and she arranged for it from Accra for us. We got it, and this time, as I always do, I decided to try the products. So my wife started using it, I did as well, and we decided to also use some for my daughter. And that was the turning point. 3 days to 5 days of using it gave us the experience of our life. Within 3 days, my daughter's asthma attack came suddenly. We weren't expecting it, but she had an attack. It was so serious that we ran to the hospital again. She was nebulized and given medication. She stayed there for 2 days and was back home. She kept taking it, and within a week, another attack. She had 3 attacks in 1 month. Someone would have given up, but I didn't. I straight away knew that it was the products she was taking. That was what built my trust in this company and the products. So what did I do? We ordered for more products. My wife was using it. My daughter was using it. I was as well. And we decided to do that the first 3 months. And so from September to December, we were focused on using the products. Can you believe that we achieved silver in just 3 months? Yes, we rose to the rank of silver executives in 3 months. How did we do that? Because we're using the products like crazy, and we kept sharing with just about everyone we knew. We hadn't even learned the business yet, but the products and what it had done for us, the testimony we've had, was just enough to spare us on. Today, this is Abena. She's free from asthma. It's been 2 years now almost, because the last time she had an attack was 2019 December. And from that time till today, she's never had an asthmatic attack. That to me was the breaking point. That was what got me to start looking at the business side. And so I called up some of the leaders and set appointments and started learning. I was fortunate to have a one-on-one at that time with Sir Perry Tapalis, and he's been a good friend. We had a one-on-one training more times, and I got to understand the business. Abena as well today is a registered member as part of my team. And you know, she set goals for herself. She has 5 years goals she wants to achieve. And the first on that list was for her to get herself an Android phone so she can do the business. And she achieved that 2 months ago. You can see a picture of her when she was able to buy that phone from monies she has made from her account. She has 2 of her teachers in school as her downlines, and she sells products almost every week to some of her schoolmates, classmates, and teachers as well. That's how far she's gone with the business. So that is the second most important reason also that got me involved, so involved and passionate about this business, although I'm into it on part-time basis. Well, I have grown through it. Fortunate for me, although I joined before the COVID era, but my business started booming, especially in the COVID moment, and I learned to develop myself. So I love to read, I love to watch other online trainings, and I've been joining teams all over. I joined the Nigerian trainings, Ugandan trainings, even the Philippines training, when I don't even understand what language they're speaking, but I read. Most of the presentations and slides are in English, and so I read and I learn on my own. I was fortunate to be part of the first batch of the R2S training, and I went through together with my wife the starter class, builder class, and master class. And interestingly, that was when I made great friends, one of which is Sandra, who is on this platform and invited me today. I have been able to touch a lot of people's lives through some of these personal developments that have given me value. You definitely cannot give value or share value to people when you don't have it yourself, right? And that is why developing yourself is key. Whatever means you take, whether it's going to be one-on-one sessions with a coach or a leader or a mentor, or you're going to go to the office and join in trainings, or you're going to be on Zoom and join in trainings that are organized by the team, don't miss any of these, because this is where you can develop yourself into the person you want to be. Without personal development, you cannot change your game. And so I love to train. You can see me in one of my one-on-one sessions with one of my downlines, Madam Vaida Lumuche, Ghanaian living in the US. And we share most of these things every week. I love to impact lives as well, and I do this everywhere I find myself. In some of these photographs, you can see myself and some of the people that work with me at the workplace. I remember back in 2019, December, when I was just about getting started in the business. We had gone to another company to do a training. And whilst we were on break waiting, I grabbed some of the guys around and started showing them what I have found. And I took a sheet of paper, drew the binary system, and was explaining to them how they can start even making income whilst they work in the mines, because you cannot continue being in this kind of shift system in the mining industry all your life. At a point, you need to think about retiring and doing something worthwhile with your life. And I've been blessed to have most of them join me as my partners. Yes, most of my team members are people that I work with in the mine. Some are even managers, but they've seen my passion and how I love the products, and they have decided to join me. Any spare time I get to share products and the business opportunity with people. And you can see in the picture down there where I have a book and I'm having a discussion with someone. This was a guy who came to work at my office. My business office here in Accra. And after he was done, I took advantage to show him our business system. At the workplace, you find me sharing products with people, all type of people, all manners of people every day. Why? Because I love the products. I have a lot of testimonies regarding the products, and I have built myself up to be able to take advantage of every opportunity. And so I love to influence other people each time I have that chance. Through this business as well, I've been able to build a lot of relationships. Yes, one of my first partners in the business or downline was this expert from South Africa who was working on a project with me at the mines. He had been suffering from high blood pressure and bad cholesterol for years. He's tried a lot of things and wasn't getting results. One time he saw some of the product displayed on my decks in the office when he came in and asked what they were. And I showed him and he said, well, I have high blood pressure and I always take medication. I said, well, try these. So I gave him C24 and Colidis, a pack each. And 2 days later, he came asking for more because he had recorded the lowest blood pressure in his life. And a month after, he signed up. You can see other partners that I have had the opportunity of working with. One of the coaches I love sharing more testimony about is Coach Chidi from Nigeria. We met also during the Outwards program, and we've been exchanging a lot of programs together, building our teams up. Through this partnership as well, I've had a lot of interaction with the top 1 and 2 in Ghana and a lot of other leaders. Today, I have my own office and I'm able to impact more lives as well through this business. How have I been able to do it? It's because of the passion. It's because of the love I have for this opportunity. Because I see it as a transformation. It is as a vehicle as well that anyone at all can use to achieve their dreams. I am not where I want to be yet, but definitely also not where I used to be. Although in the mining industry as a manager, I've grown through ranks, and so I've been through a lot of trainings. But those trainings never made meaning and impact until I started joining the trainings offered by this company. And those have helped me to add value to the very skills that I have had from working in the mining sector. And I'm using these to impact the life of a lot of people around me. Today, I have my own office opened up in Accra, the Indomitables family office. And my wife and partner is the one who handles that place more of the time because I am still working in the mines. And so I hardly stay around. It's only when I'm home, then I spend a few hours there helping out, impact some trainings to the people that come around. Through this business, we've been able to also buy ourselves a car. You see that Hyundai Sonata 2013 model parked there. We bought it out of our earnings from this business. Yes. And that is one of the inspirations that my team members love, because just within 2 years, we've achieved so much. And we've been able to do this together with the team because we use ourselves as an example. No one can change me or tell me to stop this business. Why? Because I learned it and understood it and built my trust in it, not someone telling me. It is always best you tasting something for yourself. The scripture says, taste and see that our God Jehovah is good. How can you taste and see if you don't try it? So join trainings. Learn everything you can about the business. Use the products. Learn everything you can about the products. Share it. Share it. Because that's the only way you can impact life. We all know that there is a helping business. It is one that impacts people's life. And you can only impact people's life when you yourself are sharing the value you are getting from being a member or a partner. And you will be able to transform your business. I love this quote. I got this quote few months after joining the business, and I keep sharing it with people. Zig Ziglar said that you can have everything in life you want if you would just help enough other people get what they want in life as well. Right? It's just like Jesus said, there is more joy in giving than in receiving. Of course, there is. And so, if you want to have time freedom, help other people to achieve time freedom, and that will reflect back to you. If you want to make enough money, help other people to make money, and you will have an abundance. If you want other people to live long, you will also live long. And that's the opportunity we have within Global. Keep sharing. And as you do that, you'll be able to transform your life and the life of the people around you. So thank you for giving me the opportunity, and I'll hand back to our hosts. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mentor Samuel. Wow, you have a very inspiring journey here in our business. You are a very amazing father, and I know, personally, I found that you have a very loving family.
Yeah, I do.
So everyone, can we please type thank you, Mentor, of course, for sharing your success story with us today. And also, you can drop your questions for Mentor Samuel, because we are going to have a one-on-one question and answer with Mentor Samuel. Are you ready, Mentor?
Yeah, I am.
Right. So it will be lead.
Let me take some water.
Yes, it will be led by one of our outstanding coaches here in Team International. So please welcome Coach Sandra Pando. Take it away, Coach.
Ooh, come on, not Sandra.
Hello. Thank you so
Hey,
much.
Sandy.
Yeah, that's really very inspiring as I expected. That's why I keep asking you. I know there is a story behind why this um, successful Mr. Samuel in Gom in our masterclass. I'm so amazed and I'm so intrigued actually. So I said I really want to
Thank
hear
you.
your story and thank you so much because I know that you are really very busy as you have told us a while ago. You're traveling 7 hours from Accra until your place, and I'm so grateful that because of this training, then you how to say that you move it for
Yeah,
tomorrow.
that's
So
true. I think I
I'm
shared that
very
with you earlier.
grateful. Yes, yeah. Thank you so much, and I'm grateful to you and your wife
You're
having
welcome.
here in our team. I'm so happy. I'm so glad. So is there anyone who wants to ask questions? Because I'm so I'm so overwhelmed that I heard a lot already. And I'm thinking if what is really the very best question to ask right now. Actually, the product is
Come
very
on,
amazing.
come up with a question.
All right, so there's someone who is raising hand, I guess. Maybe let's check.
Okay.
Who want to ask questions? I guess is it our our members from USA, Baraka Kaloki, right? He's raising his hand. Do you want to ask question, brother? Yes, you are muted. Oh, for our tech, can we co-host our brother Baraka Kaloki so that he can ask his questions?
All
Oh,
right, all
yeah.
right, all
Oh,
right.
Coach Romeo.
Faway, Faway, Faway. Yeah, good job.
Grabby, that's another masterclass
uh,
graduate.
uh,
Wow.
Congratulations, Kosam.
Thank you,
Kosam
bro.
has indeed, he has indeed been a great inspiration, a great motivator, and then the story you share even tonight has been more refreshing. Thank you for sharing so much, and we pray for
Welcome.
greater heights. All right, my question for you tonight is currently we are having a wave of people poaching, sending people to other network marketing and other stuff. What will keep one very strong not to buy into some of those things, moving into other network marketing, but staying to Engloba?
Wonderful. Thanks, Coach Romeo, for asking that question. If you listened, I shared my deepest why. So, why are you in this business in the first place? Is it just to make money, or you are here to impact other people's life? If your goal is just to make money, I tell you, you will move around. Because if you have not done the things that will help you to earn, you obviously will feel not satisfied with where you are and you will want to jump at another opportunity if they promise you that, hey, here you do not have to sell anything. Hey, here you do not have to do any pieces, monthly, commitments here and there. You will just jump at it. And that is sadly what is happening in the industry, especially here in Ghana today. But if your main motivation for joining this business has been to help other people also achieve their goals in life, then you will see AIM Global as being the right vehicle. But if you make money, your ultimate thing, it won't last. Look, let me share this also with you, probably to help you understand. Just 6 months after joining AIM Global, another company approached me. Okay, there's a company based in India. They are doing so well. A lot of millionaires also there. But when I looked at their compensation plan and all that, it is just geared towards you. It's all about you becoming a director and not about the people you'll be bringing in, developing them. They have no system as we have here. And so I didn't join. Along the line, other people, Cloud One, Net, whatever, and the rest, a lot of leaders tried to get me involved as well. But I threw the challenge to them. Is it just about the money? If it's just about the money, I see AIM Global as having the best system. You can make a lot of money from this business. But if you make money the sole goal, your people will not get that needed help because yours is just to bring them in, get that matching bonus or referral bonus and move on. You don't develop them. And so eventually that lifeblood that will give you that money will cut off once those people are also not getting anything, and so they stop the business. And so look at it the long term. If you want to really build, then look at it the long term and start developing the very people you have brought in today. Once they are seated and have reached that potential as you have, you will now be relaxed and the money will keep flowing. But make it your goal to help other people, whether with the products or to build a system that will take them out of poverty. But it starts gradually and eventually they will get there. If you make that the goal, then you will not be swayed away by all these new companies coming up. You wouldn't. I have never been swayed, not by Smacking Global, not by Bold Gains, not by, what was the other one that collapsed recently? CHY or something, Chiamol. You know, a lot of leaders jumped into these companies, but where did they take them? And so it is best to have your foundation really well established and you will stay. Thanks, Coach Romeo, for your question.
All right, thank you so much
Madam
for the
Sandra?
wonderful
Yeah, I think
answer.
I see another hand up.
Yeah, I think we still have another person who wants to ask questions. So can we call on Coach Janga below? I think he's also from USA.
Yeah.
Coach Janga, can you hear us? Okay, let's wait for him. I guess he's already the co-host. So I think he is also very inspired in your story, in your journey here. And so do I. And don't worry because, there's really a lot of new company which is coming in, but then we know that most of the company that, for example, the one you said, bold grain, actually,
Yeah.
it's just 4 months ago. So we have to go to the stable company, which is where you are in right now.
That's it.
Yes. Yeah. So let me check. Is there
Exactly.
any? Let's check if we still have a lot of questions here. All right. So is there anyone who wants to ask? Okay, for the last part, can you what is the message that you can give to our friends, our members who are in the first world countries? Because actually, we are doing the marketing, we are doing the prospecting in a first world countries like Europe, USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and many more. So even me, I have in Germany, who also joined like 3 accounts yesterday. So we want to how to say that?
Yeah, I get you. What can we say to them, right?
What is the advice that we can can give them?
All right. So, someone who already has food to eat really might not think about tomorrow because he thinks he already has enough. But people who do not have will be thinking and planning the little they get to keep some for tomorrow. And so you would think that people in Africa and the rest are the ones who really need this business. But no, that isn't it. Look, the global instability we're experiencing now is affecting the lives of almost everyone, no matter where you are. You cannot trust that you will still have that job you have today, tomorrow, because our world is changing rapidly. And so when you have a system that will be able to pay you, even when you are no more effectively working, then you need to really invest in it. And so it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter how rich you might be today. If what you have today is something that is not sustainable, probably you are having those incomes, huge incomes, because of the kind of job you do today. But what if you are not able to do that same job tomorrow? Will you still be able to survive and have that same income guaranteed? The answer might be no. And so let's look at building for our future. Build for your future. So that tomorrow, if you cannot work at that same job today, you will have something you can fall on that is reliable and can guarantee you that inner joy and peace. I say inner joy and peace because nothing beats working for your own self, right? And so let's all think about tomorrow and let's plan something long term. The business of OM Global is not like the others. That is short term. That is, let me go in, grab what I can so that if it collapses tomorrow, then at least I made something out of it. No. If you look at our compensation plan, if you look at the other divisions that are coming in, it tells you that the company is thinking long term. And it's not just thinking about making a name and an income for itself or for the owners, but rather investing in its human capital, which is you and I. So if you have a company that is thoughtful as this, why wouldn't you build? Build for your future with AIM Global and EC, and your future definitely will be guaranteed. If you lose what you have today, it doesn't matter whether you are in the first world country or the third world country. We all have the same future to face when it comes to our finances.
Wow,
Thanks,
thank you so
Sandra.
much for that wisdom. Yeah, but then I saw there's another one, one last question. I saw there's one question here. So he said, Coach, which advice can you give to people who are skeptical to join with more accounts? If they say, let me try with one account, yet you see that they are capable to join with 15 accounts, which advice you can give?
Yes. A lot of people are a bit skeptical of joining with, more accounts. They want to just try it. Now, why try with one when you can have multiple that will earn you more? Well, when I joined initially, yes, I joined with one account because I wasn't really looking at the business side, right? I just wanted to sign up and get the products on discount, right? That's why I started with one account. But by the end of the third month, when I saw how effective the products were and I decided to go into the business, I did 15 accounts. I went on to do 3 accounts for myself because the first one I did a joint account with my wife, but I said, no, look, that's not a business to rely on just the 15 accounts. We have to do multiple. So I did 3 accounts for myself. I did for my daughter. I did for my son. So it's a family business now. Why is that beneficial? Well, my wife is earning from the 15 accounts every month. I'm also earning from that 3 accounts, and I even want to add more. My daughter is earning from her account. My son is earning from her account. Now, if we put all these 4 sources of incomes together, how much are we making as a family? So that's what you should think about. If you have one account, how much are you making? And if you have 15 accounts, what's the potential for you to earn? It's great. Now, you need to help them also know that, look, this is not one of those businesses that is going to collapse tomorrow. No. At least 15 years and still growing strong, you should have that trust. So help them. Use yourself as an example. If you do not have a really powerful story to share, use another partner's story to help them understand the benefits of having multiple accounts. And if you do that, I bet you they definitely will increase their accounts. I helped the downline to realize that, and immediately he increased his accounts from 1 to 7. And we can all do the same. Yes. Thanks for that
Wow, there you
question.
go. You heard it right, straight from our millionaire mentor, mentor Sam Godwin in Co. Thank you so much, mentor. That is a very nice answer,
You're
and
welcome.
really inspire us. Actually, we are right now 55 participants, and you inspire 55 participants